Hello, it is Tuesday and it's like 7:15 in the evening and I haven't been home very long because it was a really long day at school. It was a good day, but just a long day. And then after school, Caitlin and I needed to grab some things from some stores, like we needed groceries and just various miscellaneous boring stuff. Plus I picked up a few more things for my special classroom transformation on Friday. So stay tuned for that. This should be really cool. It's a March Madness theme. And it's a Comprehension Breakout that's made by Kori Markussen from True Tales of a Teacher. So it's going to be really awesome. I've got lots of the stuff prepared for it, but I still have a few more things. I need to cut out some things and, you know, all the little details to make it extra. So that's going to be really cool. Last night I went to bed with a horrid headache. It actually made me sick, not to get TMI. And then I woke up with the same headache and I still have the same headache. So I didn't vlog at all at school. I didn't really have time anyway, but the day just kind of went and it was gone. I have late buses now too. So it's like boom, 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 boom. I just go from one thing to the next all day long, I feel like. So today we did have a lunchtime break, but after that it was the literacy training. And then I went back to my classroom and I had reading groups. And then the kids packed. And then the late bus kids came in and they were in there for a good, I guess we had them for about half an hour, I'd say. And I took them to the buses and it was time to go. Then we needed to go do all the errands and grab some things at the stores. Went to Walmart and Dollar Tree and Target. I didn't really buy anything at Target, strangely enough. They don't have the mini erasers, if any of you were wondering. I'm kind of like, I have so many now. I do not need more. Last year, the Easter ones, I got lots of them because they had them on clearance after Easter too. So I have an abundance of last year's erasers. So I'm trying to just kind of chill out on the eraser thing right now. And my Target doesn't have the new ones right now anyway. So that made it really easy because I didn't have a choice. I couldn't buy them if they didn't have them. Yeah, and honestly, I'm trying to kind of save a little bit for some trips I want to take this summer. I know that buying like stuff from the dollar spot doesn't seem like it would be very much, but it adds up. It really does. And I've done several kind of bigger things this year with my class. And I have some more that I'm doing that I've gotten some things for. And so I've spent some money on things already. So I'm kind of trying to hang back a little bit because I'm planning on going some places this summer and I want to have the money to do that. And so I've canceled like my subscription boxes. Like I just canceled them all. My really good box of stuff I canceled. My teacher's crate I canceled. There's something else I canceled. FabFitFun I've canceled. So I won't get a summer box. I'll get a spring box from those things, but I won't get summer boxes. So, I mean, it all does add up. So just canceling those for the next few months will save me some money for trips, and not buying little piles of things from the dollar spot will save me some money. I was really good. I didn't buy anything from the dollar spot today. So there's actually something I've been looking at like every time I go in there, and it's little like felt grocery bag kind of things. And there's like a flower market kind of one, and there's like a grocery store one, which would be perfect for Mathville. And I've got them in the back of my mind that I still want to get them, but they're $3 a piece. And I'm like, you know what? If they still have them on clearance, I'll get them then. Otherwise I'll just live without them because it's just a cutesy thing. It's not important for the whole learning environment. So if they're half price, I'll probably get them, but I just couldn't see spending $6 on 2 felt bags just because they're super cute after all the other things that I've gotten. So I just decided, no, I'm not going to get those unless they're super cheap. So trying to be a little more discerning with what I buy and trying to get things that I'm going to use over and over and over. And that's every time I do a classroom transformation, that is in my mind. That I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to do this just one time. I'm going to do this several times over. Whatever I get for it, it needs to be reusable so I can get a lot of bang for my buck out of it. So that's the plan. I think Caitlin is going to cut up some veggies and I'm going to steam them. We have a watermelon and a pineapple that we got tonight. And we have some leftover pasta and meatballs that we can have. I'm going to try to kind of just hang out tonight and just relax and try to get rid of this headache because nothing has worked. And honestly, in the literacy meeting, I felt so bad because I know that I zoned out. I probably looked glassy-eyed because my head hurt so bad. And I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. It was terrible. So anyway, it was a good day at school. We got a lot done. We did less than 2 hour measurement, which was kind of cool because they got to make a measurement tool, a ruler. The kids got to make a ruler out of a paper strip, and they marked off color tiles, and color tiles are just like one little click away from being an exact inch. And so they made basically 6-inch strip rulers, and they use those to measure lines. So yesterday we measured everything in color tiles. Today we measured some things in color tiles and then made a ruler from color tiles. And then tomorrow I think we're gonna be using actual rulers. So it was kind of neat because I guess they're seeing the correlation to what an inch looks like, which is good. So then they'll be able to estimate a lot easier. So this whole chapter 8 is about standard measurement, and then chapter 9 is about metric measurement. So they'll be very well versed in both types of measurement. So really cool. In Power Hour, we did a scoot activity with Ninja measurement, and they measured in inches and centimeters on each little card, and it was super easy to set up because it was just half sheets. You just cut them in half and laid them around. And so I just had the kids start at different places, and I said you can move around however you want to, just make sure that you get all of your cards and look at the numbers, so you know where to put your measurements. And they did a really good job. I had them leave the papers with me so that we could check them tomorrow because we didn't have time to go over all that today. And I want to make sure that they're measuring accurately. So I'm going to have them check their papers with me. And if they didn't get one of them right, we'll measure it again and be like, oh, so this is probably what happened when you did it. You didn't have it on the 0 or whatever. And then after we check them, we're going to do something with measurement. And right now it eludes me what I've planned because I've had so many things in my head. So I'm just going to go because I do not feel very well. I'm just going to kind of relax. I have some things I probably should do tonight to get ready for my Friday March Madness thing, but honestly, I just can't. And so I probably won't worry about cutting stuff out because I can't like focus. Like my eyes don't want to focus, and it feels like my head is just exploding. So on that happy note, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll talk to you later. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I know. Can you believe it? I'm in my classroom before school starts vlogging. I can't believe it. I know. Today is March 27th, and it's going to be a really great day. We're going to do more measuring in math. We're going to be doing estimating in inches, and we're going to be measuring some stuff in Power Hour in centimeters. And what are we doing today? We're going to do something for Scholastic News. I have to look at my schedule because I don't remember now. I still have a headache. It's not as bad as it was, but it hasn't been great. Oh, we are going to be learning about one of the ladies that worked for NASA for like 30 years. And she was one of the awesome mathematicians. And she was the one that they made the movie about that was called, I can't remember what the movie was called. It was basically a movie about the behind the scenes of the NASA workings in the 60s and the ladies that worked on things and nobody ever knew about them. I can't remember what the name of the movie's called. Darn it. And I just looked it up the other day. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. I'll put it down here because I'll figure it out later. But anyway, awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. It's on Redbox, I think. And if not, you can probably find it somewhere. Okay, it's almost time for me to be here for contract hour, so I'm going to talk fast. There's nothing different going on today other than we have a staff meeting after school. I have a lot of things to prep tonight for March Madness because last night I got nothing done after getting home from shopping and getting groceries and all that stuff and getting supper fixed, yada yada, all the normal stuff. Then I was too wiped out to do anything for school. I didn't even take my computer downstairs. That like never happens. I just left it zipped up in my bag. So I did nothing but just kind of zone out for a few hours last night, and then I went to bed. I didn't sleep very well, just whatever. It's not been a good week for my head. And I don't know if it's the weather because we have had like rain off and on. So it could be the barometric pressure messing with my head. But I've had lots of pain in the back of my neck and like sinus stuff and in my eyes. And so it's been kind of hard. But we will make it. We'll make it. It's Wednesday. I've made it to the halfway point of the week, so that's always good. And I'm getting the things done for my classroom transformation on Friday. I just noticed my poof balls are falling off the wall up there again. Look at that. See that? Right there. Look at that. They're falling off the wall again. So I may have Caitlin fix that because I'm just kind of tired of messing with it. That's my problema, is the tissue paper things falling off the wall. I'm going to ask one of my team teachers a question about AR because I don't know what the answer is. And then I'm gonna get to work. So I'll try to check back with you later and let you know how things are going. Hello, it is lunchtime and I'm having chicken Alfredo. It's one of these. I have been doing a lot better eating a breakfast and a lunch every day, so yay. I just finished taking a picture of every page of this so I could make it into a PowerPoint, because I'll show you what the pages look like, because I think this would be good for my kids to practice rhyming words. Because I noticed when I was reading a book yesterday and I had them picking out the rhyming words, they had a really hard time hearing them. So we will read through the word bank. It's like a context clues activity too, where they have to choose the right word for the sentence. So then after, I'll read these and then I'll read the sentence and they're going to pick out the word that fits in there. And since I'm just going to project it on the board, they'll use their whiteboards. This will be one of our whole group word lessons. So it'll kind of be a vocabulary / phonics lesson kind of all in one, which would be good. So I think I may do that like once a week, maybe. Just pick one of these to do each week. Plus in April, I want to do a poem a day if I can squeeze it in, because then I want them to listen for the rhyming words and be able to mark them in the poem. So I'm hoping I can find some of my poetry books. I got rid of a lot of things like that when I was cleaning out my room, so I hope I can have some still around. We'll see. I have lots of things on my shelf here that I could go through. I think I probably have some up here. Oh, I found this too. These are good too. Not for that skill, but for other skills. I haven't looked through that shelf, so I'll probably find something with poems too. Because since April's Poetry Month and we're doing rhyme and rhythm and poems, it's a good fit. So next week we'll be starting that. All right, we just finished reading Salt in His Shoes about Michael Jordan. Really cool. It goes right along with March Madness. We talked about author's purpose. We talked about main idea. We talked about the lesson of a story. So it really brought it all together. And we talked about why it was this purpose and why it was this lesson and what they thought and all that. They were really good at it. They did a great job. They loved the story too. It was really good. So I highly recommend that book. That is one of the Rooted in Reading books, as a matter of fact. And that's not what the lesson was for that book, but that's what we're doing in fourth quarter. So I used it for that because I have lots of picture books and I'm like, you can use picture books for lots of different skills, not just the one that it's chosen for. So I made that tie in. We're also going to be reading Long Shot, Chris Paul, Long Shot, which goes along with Kori Markussen's March Madness Breakout, Comprehension Breakout, which is what I'm doing Friday. So I'm excited about that. I've invited some people to come if they want to see what we're doing. And I'll show you some of the things I've made for that at home because I have them all in my bag because I need to cut some stuff out, which I didn't do last night. So I'll be doing that tonight and I'll show you what I have and kind of talk about it. I almost flipped my spoon out. So I'm gonna eat my lunch and try to start making a PowerPoint out of this word family book. And we're going to be talking about our science fair projects today. The kids are super excited. They don't have a lot of details about it yet, so they'll probably be even more excited after I talk to them about it. We're going to start cursive today. Yesterday we didn't get to because I was at that literacy meeting. And then Monday, the time just got away from us, I think, because it was the Monday after spring break and everything took just a little longer to get going because we were all kind of getting back in the swing of things. So I will start today. I think they're super excited about that, so that'll be fun. And it's only going to take about 10 minutes a day to do one of the letters for the lesson. So I will demonstrate it on the board and then they will practice it on their page. So that's exciting. And the rest of the day, we're going to be learning about Hidden Figures. That was the name of the movie I was trying to think of earlier. Yay. Hidden Figures. So the lady that movie was based on is she's the person that is the topic of our Scholastic News today. It's going to hit some social studies standards for sure and some ELA. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to get those things ready as well. So I'll try to check back in with you at the end of the day and let you know how everything went. Hi, we're home. I had a staff meeting after school and then I zipped right on out of there because I was really tired and ready to go. So our meeting was really good though. It was all about the trauma brain in a child and how trauma affects the development of the different areas of the brain. And then we even started talking about how we can help repair that damage that's happened because of whatever has happened to that child. They don't have the safety, security, and all of that in order to process things the right way. So I'm looking forward to learning how to de-escalate these students and to help repair their relationships and help their brains function better. I was just in the meeting. Like I was constantly thinking about, ooh, would this affect this student or would this apply to this student? So it was really good. And the really cool thing was, this was a dad of a kid I'd had a few years ago. And I'm like, oh, I know this guy. Cool. So it's kind of neat to have that little connection. Okay, I told you earlier that I would show you some of the things that I'm going to use for my transformation on Friday. I know that I mentioned that I was using Kori Markussen's Comprehension Breakout, and it goes with this book. And yes, they have it available on Amazon normally, but it was out of stock because probably a jillion people are doing this just like me. So I got it from Walmart.com. So if you're not finding it on Amazon, you might want to check there. All right, so I've got that. It's a really good story. I just read Salt in His Shoes, the Michael Jordan story, which I mentioned earlier. So that's going to go right along with our basketball heroes. I made some awesome tickets. It's got the kid's name and it says Friday, March 29th, 9:40 a.m. Bond Stadium. Admit 1. I won't show the names. I'll show you the top of it. That's what the top looks like. And then there's the name. And then here's the rest of it. Tickets. So, and then I put, so the 02, the section 02, that's second grade. And then row, that's me, Bond classroom. And then that's their student number. So, alrighty. And then I had like little basketball clip art, and I copied it on an Astra Bright paper, ginormous, like the size of my head. So I'll be using these for decorations around my room. I also have these inflatable basketballs that I got from Amazon, not very expensive. And I had some like points saved up from like Discover Cashback Rewards or something. So this was free for me. Cool. So there's 12 of these, and I got fishing line. I got this fishing line from Walmart last night. It was only like $2 or something. And you get like 700 feet. Look at that. I'm going to attach these to paper clips. And actually, I'm probably going to put the paper clips up in the little tiles of my room. Kori Markussen shows how to do this on her Insta story, which is in the highlights now, I think. She's going to put it in the highlights if it's not there yet. It will be. So if you go on True Tales of a Teacher on Instagram, I'll try to link that below for you because it's very informative. She talks about how she sets up her room for this. So she uses fishing line and paper clips to hang everything in her room. So that's what I'm going to do with these. And I'll be sure to share that when I do it because I'm going to do it tomorrow night after school. All right, I also got the same backdrop that she used, which is a crowd, which I think is going to be really cool. So hopefully I can get that set up pretty easily. And then I found a really cute snack idea on Pinterest, and I'll link the link below here. And I'll try to put a picture of it so you can see what it's going to look like. And I'll also show you the finished product later. But here's part of it. So there's a basketball goal. And I think I left my cups in the car, but I need to work on them. I got white cups. I'm going to put orange around the rim, I think. And then these go in the back of the cup. So if you can imagine the cup is like this. The circular part of the cup like that. And then cheese balls. How cute is that gonna be? Little basketballs. So I'm so excited. I already have cheese balls in my classroom, and I actually got them for October because they were supposed to be pumpkin poo. Yeah, you heard me right, pumpkin poo. And I never used it. So it's been sealed up, so it should be just fine, even though it was from October. But you know, there's lots of preservatives in those things, so I'm sure they're great. Okay, and also these came in the breakout thing, the little hoops. So those go on the envelopes with the codes so the kids know what box to unlock. And I need to pull my boxes out because I'm going to use the same ones I used for my Monsters, Inc. transformation, which not coincidentally is made by the same person. So I need to cut, I don't need to cut these out, but I need to cut the basketballs out and the tickets and the little backboards. And I need to put like little like stripes, I don't know, crisscrosses on the cups that I got. They're just white party cups from Walmart. I will probably do that tomorrow, honestly, because I've got a lot of cutting to do and my eyes are probably gonna be crossed by then. But you just make it look like netting. And then I'm gonna put, like I said, orange around the rim of the cups and attach those to the back of them. And so super cute. There'll be little basketball hoops with basketballs in them. If you have not read this story and you haven't seen it before, it's really good. It's a very motivational story. And it's got a great message to it. So even if you don't do anything with March Madness or anything with basketball or anything at all like that, it's still a great story because it's a great representation of a can-do attitude and perseverance. So I think my kids will enjoy it. Much like Salt in His Shoes, the Michael Jordan story. I think these stories are very similar. So I'm actually going to use them to compare with each other as well and the experiences of characters. So it hits a lot of standards very easily without even really trying too hard. Super cool. Okay, the rest of my day. So I told you about math, and then we read Salt in His Shoes, and we talked about author's purpose and main idea and the message in the story. Like, what was the central message and why do you think that? What was the lesson that we learned from it? The kids did really well with that. I was very proud of them. Then we had lunch and recess, and after recess we started cursive and the kids were really excited. So we did the letter A today. So they're called the loopy letters. I think that's what they call them, loopy letters. So it's A, G, C, D, P, I think, maybe. Anyway, there's like 5 of them that are called the loopy letters. So they're very excited to learn all of those. And I told them we would do that 4 days a week. It'd be Monday through Thursday, because Fridays are always weird because we have an hour earlier release because we have PLCs. And sometimes we have an assembly. So that takes about 20 minutes or 25 out of our day, depending on how long it takes us to get back to our classroom. And we also have keyboarding on Fridays, and that's another 30 minutes out. So there's not a ton of time to do a lot of other stuff. There's time to do some things, but not everything. So I don't schedule a lot of regular things on Fridays. That's kind of our, here, let's focus on this time, and the next time we'll focus on this, rather than we're gonna do this every time on Friday, because it just doesn't work out that way. So a lot of times we do extra writing on Fridays because I have like an hour after keyboarding and before recess, which is a good amount of writing time. And then we have like a good 45 minutes after recess until lunch. And then after that, the day is pretty much gone because we have co-teaching, which is a writing thing, and then it's time to go. So there's not a lot that I can do on Fridays, like extra things. So I can hit some things pretty hard in that like hour and 45 minutes that I've got. But like like I said, when I have an assembly, it takes a little bit of that time away, but it's fine. It always works out. Goodness, today was pretty good. I started out with a headache. I told you that this morning. It's still there, but it's not terrible. Like, I think it's going to go away. I was a little worried about wearing the headband, thinking it might not make my head feel so good, but it didn't really bother me. I did really well having breakfast and lunch today. I'm so excited. And I drank lots of water. So that, I'm sure, helped a lot. I think Caitlin and I are going to steam some more veggies tonight for supper. I think I'm going to go now and get my pajamas on. And I'm going to relax for a little while, and I'm going to start working on my cutting that I need to do for my transformation on Friday. So I will see you tomorrow. Hi, I will show you my outfit since I forgot to show you earlier. So I'm wearing a tank top that's probably from Maurice's. A sweater thing, these are from Maurice's. This is from Old Navy. I have some leggings from Walmart, and my shoes are from Walmart. So let me back up so you can see all of it. I don't think these vlogs have been terribly exciting this week, but at least I'm getting on the camera more. All right, I will see you next time.